We all wish we could bring our Disney vacation home with us, right? To have that Disney feeling every day. Well, why not start your day the Disney way with a Disney blend from Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company? With over 23 varieties to choose from the French bistro you find in your resort room to the Yachtsman Steakhouse and Gico, of course, and now Joffrey's newest Disney blend, Le Cellier. Why not start your day with that Disney magic? Order yours today at Joffreys.com.
Aloha, Bob and Tim, or Tim and Bob. This is Lori Gautier, spending the day at Aulani with my husband. We just had amazing tropical drinks at the bar and went to Ami Ami, or is it Amu Amu, and had a great lunch of fish tacos. Just walking around the resort, watching everyone float in the lazy river, and Mickey and Minnie just came out in all their holiday gear, and Pluto, and everybody's lined up to get pictures with them. Merry Christmas, Melakaliki Maka, and a Makahiki Hao from Aulani.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
For those of you who have joined us at the Polynesian Village Resort Hotel, aloha, and welcome aboard the Walt Disney World local monorail system. During the trip, we request that everyone please remain seated and that there please be no eating, drinking, or smoking. Thank you. Our next stop is the Magic Kingdom.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
Bob, I really want to be at Aulani right now.
Oh.
I'm not sure Lori invited us along.
First Dave, now Lori. What's going on? All the loopers are going to Aulani.
They're going to Hawaii. They're taking that long plane flight, probably on a Hawaiian Air.
Nobody invited us.
No, getting their lay off the plane, getting in the car, going to Aulani.
What are they doing?
They're going to Aulani. They're checking into their hotel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Very nice.
I so want to go.
Envious. We are green with envy.
And not with money.
Or maybe it's the holly all over the place. It's getting close to Christmas.
We're under mistletoe. This is awkward.
Yeah, I noticed you put that up there. I wasn't going to. I'm not going anywhere near that. I'm
you
telling
say that now.
Staying on this side of the table.
That's a good move.
Tim.
Yes, Bob.
Since we can't go to Aulani, what are we going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about a couple more. We were going to talk about these, one of them last week, and another one kind of popped up. So we're going to talk about a couple of the special experiences that are going on. But right now, I was going to say next year. Some of them are next year. I think some are maybe going on right now at the Walt Disney World Resort Complex.
Yeah. I think the monorail ones, that one started December 2nd. And runs... Nope, I'm sorry. Beginning December 2nd. Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays.
This is exciting.
For a measly $150. Now, keep in mind, that $150...
Mm-hmm. Now, this is the Highway in the Sky. Let's go talk about... Let's name this first.
Yes.
The Highway in the Sky Dine-Around, which to me sounds a lot like the Resort Loop crawl.
That does sound an awful lot like a Resort Loop crawl, only they have food.
Well, you can always buy food. But go into some details about this for us.
You can always buy food. For the low cost of $150, that includes gratuity and valet parking.
Per person,
but not tax. You got to pay for the tax. You can enjoy. You start your journey by checking in at the Wave over at the Contemporary.
Hey.
For a welcome cocktail.
Nice.
Then you board the monorail, your own private monorail. Priority boarding, it says.
Priority boarding. I think you're almost sort of escorted to the monorail in case you can't find it.
Right. Here's my question on that.
Right.
Before we continue. Priority boarding, it says. It doesn't say priority monorail car or, seating. So you may, I don't know, somebody needs to do this and let us know if anybody does.
Someone with $150 plus tax.
Plus per person. Are you going to get in a monorail car. They're going to escort you to the monorail car, but are there going to be people that have been at Magic Kingdom all day?
Oh, you mean the sweaty tourists?
Those tourists.
They're all there. We're all there doing the same thing, and I'm judging.
They're doing the original monorail crawl.
Exactly.
Resort Loop monorail crawl, and saving a few bucks maybe.
Probably.
Okay. So anyway, you get priority boarding. You start at the Wave at Disney's Contemporary for a drink. Then you're whisked away. Whoosh, of course, with a stop at the Ticket and Transportation, because let's face it, they're not giving you the whole car.
No, I mean the whole train.
And probably after that, the whole train. Then you go to Disney's Polynesian Resort.
Oh, I love the Polynesian.
To celebrate the spirit of the South Pacific with island-inspired sips and appetizers.
Ooh. And what are the details on these, Bob?
They're little. From the pictures, they look little.
Granted, they're little pictures, but they look like they're on teeny tiny little plates.
Right.
To try to make the food look a little bit bigger, and it's not really pulling off.
Much, much bigger. Yeah.
I mean, one of the dishes.
Let's look at the table. I mean, those are. I don't know. Yeah, anyway. Okay, so after some island-inspired sips, which they don't say where you're going to do that.
No, I want to know where. I need more details.
And some appetizers.
Yum. What are they?
Doesn't say.
We don't know. But we are assuming they're little, going by everything else we see.
Don't know yet. You're going to hop back on the monorail.
Hey.
And head to Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa.
Oh, beautiful.
Stepping into the elegant hotel to enjoy a sumptuous entree.
Oh.
With wine pairing.
Another drink.
At award-winning Citricos.
Ooh, people love the Citricos.
It is very nice. First time there, it was fantastic. After dinner, sip sparkling wine.
Ooh, another drink.
And sample artisanal cheese in the lavish lobby.
Ooh, what if it's individually wrapped?
Then you will head back to the monorail for a final stop at Disney's Contemporary Resort.
We started there.
Of course, with the stop at the Magic Kingdom, most likely to let the other guests stop. For dessert cordials and coffee.
Ooh.
No more booze for you.
You got to start waking up now.
You've had enough.
Sober up.
On a private patio with the Magic Kingdom Park fireworks over Cinderella Castle as your backdrop.
Wow.
Now, in the picture, they show Space Mountain as a
I was going to say.
So
it's more of a side drop.
You got to look over this way around that palm tree.
Stage left.
You might see a little bit of Cinderella's castle. Look, I'm not slamming this thing, okay? But it's very vague.
Yeah.
As far as what we're getting for $150.
I want to see them
per person.
Are there menus available, or are they just kind of serving you the catch of the day?
I'm not seeing menus.
Mm-mm.
So as soon as that information comes out, because Looper Nation loves when we read menus. So
true.
We'll make sure we do that.
Break them out
when they come out. But okay, so again, like I've said on previous shows, I have no problem with Disney adding things that you don't have to pay for if you don't want to.
Right. You don't have to do this. This is not a requirement. It's not, I don't want to say anything special, but I mean, you could do this on your own.
People have been doing it on their own for a long time.
A long time. So we're monetizing something that already exists?
There you go.
Well.
Like apparently sitting, in air conditioning. Let's put some tents up. And anyway, that was a whole other show.
Pitching a tent in the Magic Kingdom.
Here's my question.
Keep going.
I have questions, Tim. I need these answers.
Oh, I will do my best.
Okay. First.
Yes.
Going back to my original. Is this my own monorail car?
It better be. I heard you were going to be kind of escorted to a monorail car by a guide. I better see some velvet ropes.
how many people are allowed to do this? Okay.
As many that will pay.
As many as will pay. There you go. Now you're getting it.
Well.
And am I like just starting to sip on my welcome cocktail, and the cast member says, "Let's go. Here's your monorail."
That's true. It doesn't give a time when this starts.
I got to set this thing down. Is it on my timeline or their timeline? That's a question.
Well, the fireworks are at 10?
Yeah.
So when do you think this is going to start? Like maybe 9:15?
Say. Yeah. Step it up. Chew faster.
Just bring the food to the monorail car. We're not even getting off.
Let's go. That I would do. That I might pay for.
Like dining tables?
Monorail car that just keeps going around and around, and it's a dining car. That would be cool. You know what I'm saying?
A private train. It doesn't really stop. It just kind of cruises through.
A private train around the resort loop with some hosts to entertain while the folks are having dinner. That, I don't know, maybe a couple of guys from Ohio. We could do that. I'm just saying.
I'm not sure if we could entertain in that close of quarters.
With food. Because if we're bad, they got something to throw.
If they're artisanal cheeses, we don't want to be cutting that in the monorail for people.
Oh, no.
Monorail, very closed space, and air conditioning, iffy at best sometimes.
Exactly. So that's some of my questions. Are we on Disney's timeline where I got to hurry up because they're kind of saying, let's go, we got to get on?
Mm-hmm,
or is it as me and you,
right?
My wife ain't paying $150 to do this.
Oh my goodness.
But you're going to pay for me, so I'm okay with that. So me and you, we're kind of taking our time, enjoying our cocktails and our appetizers,
right?
Our island-inspired sip, whatever that is.
I'm not
sure. Can we just wait for the next one? Can we say, yeah, we'll catch the next one?
The next monorail car?
The next monorail.
Or do you have to? I suppose you're all traveling as a group, I would assume.
Yeah, I'm not sure I like that idea. It says private party. Highway in the sky, Dine-Around, private party.
Well, just not anybody can just hop on and do it. You got to prepay. So they know you're coming. Here's what I would like to see this, and I've not even heard about this. More of like a foodie event. Like maybe you're meeting the chef who's going to explain the dishes to you.
Well, I like that idea.
Maybe he's like preparing them right in front of you. Maybe it's something tableside. That would bring a little more value, I think, than just saying, because it sounds like you're running in, you're picking up a plate, or you're sitting down with a plate, choking it down, and we got to get going because we got to get to the next drink at the next resort.
Right.
But it was more of a foodie. No, just saying, it was more of a foodie event, more interaction with actual maybe Disney chefs. I think that would bring a whole different level of value to this.
I love that because you're asking people to pay $150 is a lot like a lot of the backstage extras you get, the tours and things like that. So I love that idea. That would work. That I'd be okay with. Again, I'm okay with any of it. I'm not going to do it, but if somebody wants to try this, I think, and we've talked about this is something that Disney saw happening on all of the social media and boards that people are doing this monorail crawl, and how can we plus this for folks that like to do that. Exactly. So, and I'm sure that's what they're thinking. They're thinking this is going to be a plus. We're going to plus this for our guests, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No. I mean, not taking anything away from anybody. You're just offering a little something extra. Right.
But just to give you a little idea, okay? The Polynesian, the Lapu is around $15.
Nice.
Okay. Go over to the Grand Floridian at Misner's Lounge, that lounge in the back. You're gonna get drinks anywhere from $10 to $15 over there.
Oh, at least, of course, yeah.
So, I suppose if you break it down on what food you're getting, how much food you're getting, it actually might be okay.
It might not be awful. But again, we have to see some menus.
Right.
And
so
I don't know, private monorail access. I mean, I can walk up to the monorail and hop on. I've done that a time or two in my life. I don't think it's going to be a problem.
Right. And really, these are times where between December 2nd and looks like just before Christmas, they're doing this. They're not going to have it December 23rd and December 31st. Mm-hmm. So that's out. So it sounds like it's going to be in a low attendance time anyway.
Right.
I do like the idea of your private patio to watch the fireworks. Nothing wrong with that.
But where's this patio at?
I don't know.
Because to me, judging by this one picture, it looks like it's on that, what do you call it, the patio or the deck right outside the Grand Canyon Concourse on the 4th floor.
Right.
I could be wrong, but then it seems like you're taking that space away from, just regular folk who want to catch the fireworks. But again, I can't really tell by this, so I don't want to jump to any conclusions. But
and see, that I will have a problem with. I don't have a problem with them plussing experiences, adding more. But if you're adding and then taking away from us that don't participate in that I don't think that's fair. So I don't know. We'll see. Are we going to just kind of wait? We're going to hold judgment on this?
I'm hoping a listener is going to do this and report back.
I would like that.
And if you're going to do that, take some pictures of the food. I want to see like real pictures. These pictures are extreme close-ups, focus, defocus. They're kind of,
Right. Put something down next to it that we can get a reference size-wise.
Like a quarter, because this one scallop on this plate looks like it's a dime at best.
So you're popping that in and go.
Exactly.
That's why the food has to be small. Pop it in, go.
Exactly.
Let's
Take
go.
a ruler. Take your dining ruler. Doesn't everybody travel with a dining ruler? Can
I have a doggy bag to go with this? Can I? No.
Take your calipers.
Not enough food for a doggy bag. We'll hold judgment on that one. We got something else. What else is going on at Walt Disney World?
All right, Bob. We talked about this. Was it in the spring? This came out the first time. It's the Disney After Hours event.
Yeah.
And I was kind of excited about this more than you. I think you were totally anti at the time.
At the time, I was anti.
We'll see if you're anti still with this one.
Okay.
We're back to the limited number special ticket event, 3 hour. It's a unique park experience. Mm-hmm. Over 25 attractions are open with an advertised little to no wait. And I took that right off the website, Bob, so I'm not making this up.
Ooh. All right.
I mean, I've made up other things in the past on this show. I'm kidding.
No, he hasn't.
No.
He would never do that. Never do that.
Okay, so I'll go over a couple of these details, and we'll get your thoughts on these.
Now, by the way, real quick,
yes.
David Eisenhower brought this to our attention.
Oh, yes, David did,
on Facebook. So, David, thank you so much.
Thanks, David.
For that. So
love it. Let's see. Disney says they're going to provide after hours for a limited number of guests. So it's a limited ticket event for access to the park after dark.
Keep in mind, keep it in mind. They say that Mickey's Not So Scary and Mickey's Very Merry are limited ticket events as well.
Okay, I'm keeping that in mind.
For anybody who's been there during those, that's a limited ticket event, by the way. The limit is however many people buy it. But go ahead.
Right, exactly. Are you done?
Oh, go ahead.
Kidding. No, this is just for 7 select nights. This is another one. I think this is going to be another trial option here.
Testing the waters.
Right, exactly. From January through March, we'll go over the dates in a little bit. You're going to skip the wait times for the character greetings and 25 popular attractions. And the Parks blog is listing these as Big Thunder, Buzz Lightyear, the Princess Greetings in the Princess Fairy Tale Hall, a little attraction called the Haunted Mansion, an even smaller attraction called It's a Small World.
I see what you did there.
See how I did that? The Jungle Cruise, which is fantastic at night, I do have to say. That's a whole different experience.
Whole different ride, yeah.
Peter Pan's Flight, not much different at night. Pirates of the Caribbean, the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Space Mountain, Splash Mountain, and then the as advertised, and much, much more. But wait, Bob, there are still more because ice cream novelties.
What?
Popcorn and select beverages are included.
Get out of here.
I will not.
How much is this going to cost me?
This is going to cost you the low price.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, I'm pausing while I scroll back to where that was. Adults are $119 for the tickets, and it's not just adults; it's kids also.
Okay.
But then we got to throw out there, I believe it was a little bit less if you're an annual pass holder or a Disney Vacation Club member, and I lost that, but I think it was like $89 a night.
I think it's $89, yeah.
So, I mean, there's a little bit more of a value if you happen to fall in either of those groups.
Right. That's not too bad.
The 89 or the $120? $19.
89.
So you'd pay $89 for this.
I didn't say that. I'm the cheap. Remember, I'm the cheap one.
All right. So what are your initial thoughts on this ticket? Now, the first tickets, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just kidding. These are all Fridays or Thursdays.
Uh-huh.
And the first one for this year would be Friday, January 20th.
Uh-huh.
And the next one's the 27th. Your extra magic hours that are, the special Disney after hours, 9 p.m. to midnight. Bob Collar.
Mm-hmm.
What say you?
Oh, if only I had a buzzer. Look, I don't have a problem with these extra ticketed events. I really, I can't express how much I enjoyed Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. It bothers me that they changed the pricing so that now it's a tiered pricing, that the closer you get to Christmas or the peak times, it's a lot more money. Mm-hmm. I get it. It's a business. They're trying to, supply and demand. They know more people are going to want to do it when they get close. I get that. I don't like it. This, even though they dropped the price by $30 and really did a nice job for the annual pass holders and the DVC members, it's still this is a low attendance time, and you're getting less time in the parks than you would if you just went and bought a whole day ticket at Magic Kingdom. So you're paying about the same amount for less time, and that is where I don't see the value. Mm-hmm. Especially when you're talking about some of these dates. I did take a look. January 20th and 27th, at least right now, those are early magic hours at the Magic Kingdom. So you're actually, if you're staying on property, you're able to go and get an extra hour. So now you're looking at I think 11 hours or thereabouts in the Magic Kingdom in a low attendance time where you're going to be able to ride probably all of these anyway.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
So I would love it if it were around $69, $79 I think that would be an incredible value. But when you start getting over $100 and it's about the same or more than an actual all-day ticket, I don't see the value in that.
Interesting, because I'm thinking it may have value. Mm-hmm. If you're an attraction person, you just want to do attraction after attraction.
Yeah.
And if it's as advertised, little to no wait, walk on.
Yeah.
You could knock out the whole park in a couple hours. Or at least the 3 hours. At least a big majority of these attractions. Can you imagine just walking on Haunted Mansion?
True.
Pirates of the Caribbean. I think I would have to try it once. And hopefully I'd have a friend that's in the DVC or an annual pass holder to help buy me
You don't know anybody. You don't know anybody in DVC.
Someone's going to help me out.
Yeah, again, it's something that make it available if people want to do it. But I think, like we said, I think they're testing the waters.
Oh,
they didn't
course.
get a good hit on it at $149.
No.
So let's see what happens at $119 if we lower it $30. But with again, Disney, they've got to see, just like with the Highway in the Sky dine-in or dine-around, they have to make sure that this is going to be cost-effective for them. So they're not going to have all those cast members hanging around waiting an extra 3 hours after the park closes if they don't get enough people to do it.
Right.
So they're testing the waters, and obviously they didn't have enough at $149. So somebody really loves this idea over at Disney and wants to keep trying to push it forward. Well, here's another theory I have.
Go ahead. I was about to hit you with mine. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Let me hear yours. I might steal yours, so go ahead.
I might steal. You might. Well, who knows? I think the reason they're doing this from, February to March, they're doing it before spring break.
Right.
So they're beta testing this to extrapolate out anything they get to see if it's worth offering, in the heart of spring break crowds.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the summer crowds. Because this is actually a very weird time for people to want to spend.
Right.
That many extra hours in the park.
Right.
It's just an odd time of year. You don't. Let's say you have a lot of visitors because it's relatively busy, but it's not. An angel got its wings. Summer crowds.
Right. Right. That's a good theory.
Was it yours? What do you got?
That is not mine.
Okay, hit us.
My theory is Disney is trying to see with this if you're willing to pay to not have to wait for these rides. And how much are you willing to pay to not have to wait for these rides?
Mm-hmm.
In preparation, I hope not, but in preparation for, hey, you can have a front-of-the-line pass for $100 on top of course, your ticket
that
you got to buy.
Of course.
So if people are willing to spend $120 plus tax for 3 hours to miss the lines, how much are they willing to pay for the whole day or their whole length of stay?
Ooh, so you're telling me
have that golden ticket
for an extra charge? I don't even have to mess with the whole Fast Pass thing.
Right.
So Fast Pass, that'd be kind of you'd have 3 tiers. So you'd have the gold front of the pass, the silver. Still schedule your Fast Passes, and then the bronze, the basic.
Yep.
You're in the cattle call.
Yeah.
You're just waiting in the queue till it's your turn. Wow, that's not. I would like to say that is totally incorrect, but I could totally see that happening.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that what you're saying?
No.
Yeah.
I hope I'm more right than you are.
I do too, believe me. I do too. I'm just, it's kind of like, all of the alien movies. Hollywood's prepping us for the time when the aliens really do come.
Oh, right. And the asteroid does hit.
Disney's just prepping us for that day. You guys were willing to spend all this extra money anyway. What? It's nothing.
You said it was a good value. Here's an even better value. All day for $150. You can just go nuts. I do. Obviously, we know you and I have learned enough in business that, big companies like this have a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan, and a 20-year plan. They know what they're doing decades from now. Oh, right.
So for them to start testing the waters to see if this plan that they have in, 2030 is going to happen, let's see if people are ready for that.
Right.
So
I can see that. That's a good call too.
I don't know. I'm just concerned. I'm concerned that that's where they're headed, especially after they got rid of the 10-day unlimited or non-expiring.
Oh, don't get me started on that one.
I know that. I know. But you
that was so wrong. So wrong. The non-expiring option was so great. And you'd have, we talked about this a few shows ago. You get your big summer vacation in, and then, sometime within the next year or two, you've got at least another vacation or another couple weekend trips.
Right.
And now instead of people doing that, I think they're offering out discounts the times of the year when, people with the 10-day non-expiring would probably end up going anyway.
Well, I'm just going to say people like you ruined it for the rest of us. That's why they got rid of it.
Exactly. I only did what they said you could do.
Exactly. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Again, do what you want to do. I don't have a problem with any of these. If you guys want to spend the money, enjoy it, have a good time.
Yeah, report back.
You and I both know, which is why our kids don't get to go to college. We don't think about the money when we're at Walt Disney World.
It's like Monopoly money.
Right. I'm cheap as all get out until I go to Disney World, and then it's like, let's do it all.
Exactly.
Let's go nuts.
Here's my card that even has Mickey Mouse on it. It makes it that much easier for you.
It makes it so easy. And now we just got that little wristband.
A little
we
band.
don't even have to think about money. So go out there, enjoy your Highway in the Sky Dine-Around private party, air quotes, private party.
Well,
and your Disney After Hours event.
I want to meet some chefs is what I'm saying on that thing.
Yeah, I would too. I think that's a much better idea, and I think that's a better hook. That would be that. That is a brilliant idea, Tim.
I have moments. I'm known as an idea man.
I think that Disney needs to do that, because that is something I would pay for.
Exactly.
If I can hit the signature restaurants at the 3 monorail resorts and have a little behind the scenes, it doesn't even have to be a meal, just a tasting.
Oh, absolutely. Show us how you make this.
That would be fantastic. And here's one last thought on the Highway in the Sky Dine-Around. What if you're a hangry person and you don't show up, wanting to eat right out of the gate?
No. You
better be relatively full, because I'm going to tell you something. I go to the Wave. I smell all that food. I want to eat right now. I'm going to have my cocktail and then head over to the Poly for an appetizer. No.
Right.
Don't walk me past Ohana and tell me I'm going to have, a bloomin' onion. I don't think so.
There's not much Australian food in Polynesia, but that's fine. In the South Pacific. I know.
No, I picked one that everybody knows.
I love it.
I'm just saying. So
nice.
Tim.
Yes, Bob.
That is all I've got.
Awesome. Everybody, you can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Facebook. I'd like you to send us some nice reviews over there at iTunes. I think that'd be fantastic. How about you, Bob?
I'm Resort Loop Bob on Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget Facebook.com/Resort Loop. Like us over there. Rate us on iTunes. Those really do help. We haven't had one of those in a little while. And don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. What else should folks do, Tim?
Everyone, please go out there and share the Gateway to the Magic.
See you, everybody.
Hey, Bob, it's that time of year again.
Absolutely. Everybody's getting ready for their next year's vacation planning. And what should folks do, Tim?
Contact Tyler over at People Mover Travel. January is going to be cruise time. It's what they call wave season. Everybody's put in their vacation at work, so you're going to know what days you need to take. So contact him. Get in early.
Absolutely, and make sure that's peoplemovertravel.com. Let them know that you heard of them from us in the drop-down menu Resort Loop.
That's right. You'll get the days you want at the hotel you want, and he's going to keep an eye out for the rest of the year for discounts right up until the day you leave for your vacation. That's peoplemovertravel.com.